watching the Creator Hangout stream.
And we are live. How is everybody today? How's your Saturday morning so far? 8 a.m. Eastern. We are here for Creator Breakfast. Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time here, my name's Doug. And this is a Q&A show where we just answer questions about content creation, whether that is YouTube related or whether that's something about apps or tools that you might want to use to make content on any of the online platforms today. So if you have a question at any time in the show, you need to just drop it in the chat. So let's get some little background music going. Here we go. Make sure the background music is playing. So we've got some vibes happening today. And as we do, first up at the top of each show is to dive into the chat and get some shout outs for people who are here in the chat today. So if you're here, if you're lurking, make sure you jump in the chat and say hi right now so I can give you a quick shout out. All right. Before the show, let me go to my chat. Before the show, the very first person to lurk in the pre-show chat was Billy Series. Welcome, Billy. Welcome to the stream. Followed by The Originals saying hello. Hello, Originals. The Originals. And as we went live, both Billy and Billy says he was back just as we went live. And The Originals is here as well. So even me. So if there's anybody else, I can see there's a few more people watching, lurking, than just Billy and The Originals. So make sure you drop in the chat and say hi so I can give you a shout out and say g'day. Well, and don't forget, if you've got questions, as we said at the top of the show, drop them in the chat as well. We like to answer as many questions as we can about content creation. This is Creator Breakfast. Make sure you've got your, as Nick Nimmin says, your cup, tumbler or mug, because we're starting right now. That's my Nick Nimmin impersonation. But if you've got a coffee, if you've got a juice, you've got a tea, you've got a cold milk, whatever it is your drink of choice, make sure you've got it in hand. Today I just got water. I'm drinking water. It is a liquid available zone, so you any time in the stream, feel free to have a sip of your favorite beverage. All right, we're going to jump into the chat. I can see Billy has dropped a question. We're going to hit that in just a second. Let me know if that background music gets too loud, and I'll bump that down a little bit. I don't know if it's too loud in my ear myself, so I'm just going to rock the system audio down a little bit there. But let me know. So how's everyone's week been? Let me know in the chat how your week's been. Have you had a good week? Have you published any videos on YouTube or any other platform that you're publishing on? Maybe it's TikTok. Hey, if you're a TikTok user and you're in the US right now, you must be a little bit nervous. Will Donald Trump ban TikTok in the coming hours? Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I know our government here in Australia has talked about banning TikTok as well in recent weeks. So, over security concerns. So, they're valid concerns, but are they valid enough? We'll see. But yeah, Billy has jumped in with a question. Let's have a look. When you set up Nightbot, I'm a bit rusty on my Nightbot. Let's have a look. As a moderator, does he invade your privacy in your YouTube account? One thing about any bots, particularly linking them to your YouTube account, that you have to link that bot to work in your chat. The same is if you say the Streambot, the Streamlabs. That's what I'm looking for. The Streamlabs cloud bot. It's the same thing. So you got to have a level of trust in yourself whether you want to use those bots on your channel. Now, Nightbot's been around for a very long time, and as has, I guess, the Streamlabs one's been around for a while, and there's some ones that have been around for a lot longer than that. So it's up to you to decide if you trust them or not to be in your YouTube account, and you have to obviously give them permission to be in there. Usually what it entails is actually going into your YouTube settings and adding them as a moderator, because then they can do moderation tasks on your live streams. So whether it invades your privacy, I don't think as a moderator they have access to look at your back end. It's like making a real person a moderator on your channel. They don't have access to your back end. They can't see anything other than having the extra functionality in the chat where they can, time out people and ban people and hide their messages. So I don't think they're able to access anything else in your back end because you're just purely adding them as a moderator. So I think you should be okay. Jack of Crackers, give me a shout out, please. Jack of Crackers, welcome to the stream. A big shout out to you on this fine Saturday. Let me know what time it is where you guys are, because where I am, it's not breakfast. It's not Saturday morning like it is on the East Coast of the US or in other parts of the world. It is actually coming up on 10 p.m. at night on a Saturday. My Saturday's nearly over. Some of you guys, your Saturday's just beginning. So, hey, have a great Saturday. Let me know. Let me know, just like Jack of Crackers, let me know you're here. Let me know what time it is where you are. Let me know what time. Hey, here's a treat. Let me just drop what time it is where you are, and I'll try and guess where in the world you might be. Maybe down to the country. Let's see if I can go. Let's see if I can do my mental arithmetic. Mr. Creeper's a lot. Mr. Creeper's like, where I can be Super Saiyan. I don't even know what that means. Super Saiyan, is that some sort of anime thing, isn't it? I have no idea. I don't know who Ayakin is, but I want to go to Discord for a while. Hey, if you want to be in Discord, go join the Discord. That's fine. All right. We've just had the one question, the Nightbot question so far from Billy. Thank you for the question. Make sure if you've got questions, drop them below. And make sure, if you haven't already, share out the stream. Let people know that we're live. They can drop in the next 55 minutes or so before we wrap things up. And head on over to Nimmin Live at the end of the stream. We'll be joining Nick Nimmin on his stream, because that's what we do on a Saturday morning. All right. In the Garden of the Blessings, it's good to see you here. And I can't click. There it is. There we go. Good morning. Billy says, I don't trust robots, so I don't think he'd be suitable. Yeah. Well, it's up to you, because I've seen chatbots do weird things like custom timeouts and stuff where they time people out for 5 seconds for just doing something weird like dropping a super chat. So they can work ineffectively sometimes when it comes to live streams. So yeah, use at your own risk when it comes to any sort of chatbot. I don't use chatbots. I've had the Streamlabs one on my streams before, but I don't use them anymore. It wasn't working reliably for what I want to use it for, so I just discontinued its moderation duties, as you could say. All right. Make sure to share this out. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to go to one of our segments early today, which is the segment where we shout out our last 8 or so subscribers or activity on our channel, or on my channel, I should say. So we're going to hit that just a second. Jackers says, I'm going to say Jackers for short. It's 8:01 p.m. Just learnt the big alarms are going off at 8:20. Big alarms. Is that a hint for me to guess where you are? Okay, so you're about 2 hours behind me. So you must be somewhere. Are we talking about somewhere in Southeast Asia, maybe Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, maybe? Am I close? Somewhere up that way, I'm guessing. Unless, of course, you're in 2 hours behind us in Perth, Western Australia, of course. That could be it as well. So, yeah, I'm just clutching at straws, but with that time zone, I'm saying you're around there somewhere. I couldn't narrow it down to a country or city. There's too many in that time zone, I think. Let me know if I'm close. Singapore. I said Singapore. That was one of my options. I think I said Indonesia, Singapore. Absolutely. Billy says, I have real human moderators. Yeah, definitely. Is there a limit to how many you're allowed to have? I'm not aware of any limits, and I don't think if there is a limit, it's definitely not small. I think you can have as many as you want. Like, I know channels that have a lot of moderators, whether they're always there in the chat or not, but they might have a lot, that are whitelisted as moderators on the back end of their channel. And I have not heard of any limit, so I don't think you'll hit a limit. I have seen there are a few channels out there that are like a live streaming group channels where they'll literally make everybody, as they come in, give or take a few people, and a moderator. So basically the chat will be just a sea of blue. Like, I don't personally agree with that, and I think that's probably dangerous for your channel to have that many people. And like, do you know all these people to trust them to have those tools? I think not. There's some things that moderators can do that YouTube don't actively tell people, but if you knew, you could take advantage. So I'm not going to spread those around here. But, live streaming, moderators, there's something you really need to have. Absolutely need to have moderators on your live stream. I've got a video coming up that is for moderators. Haven't done a moderator video for a while, but it's going to be how moderators can actually have some presets. Say you've got a stream deck or buttons like that. You'll be able to do some moderation things from your stream deck. So I've got that video. That's probably coming up. It's in a queue. It's going to be further back. I haven't recorded it yet, but it's one that's coming up. And it's, let's see if I can pronounce this name. Sasidar. Sasidar? Welcome to the stream. Says, bro, shout Vardan Jobs, please. I don't know what Vardan's Jobs is. If Vardan's Jobs, if you're watching this, a big shout out to you, I guess. Love you. Thank you very much. All right, let's head on over and do those, seeing we're in the shout out mode, let's go over and do those shout outs for the recent subscribers to my channel. And before I do that, Speebard, hello, welcome to the stream. All right, let's head on over and play the music. Make sure I hit the right. Here we go. And this is a part of the show where you can see me, and you can see the last, today, it's the last 8 subscribers, public subscribers on my channel. Remember, you can have private subscribers, people who don't allow YouTube to share who they're subscribed to, so that you never know that they're subscribed to your channel. But these are people who are publicly subscribed to my channel. These are the last 8 people to subscribe to my channel, probably in the last few days or however long, in the last week or so. I'm not sure how many subscribers I've received in the last few days, but here we go. We're going to read it from the top. The top one's the most recent. Speedbud just subscribed. He's probably going to update in this list shortly, if this list gets an update from StreamYard. There's Speedbud. Just knocked the bottom person off the list. Well done, Speedbud. You made the most recent subscriber. Thank you for being the most recent subscriber on my channel. Speedbud, big thumbs up. Okay, we've got YWU Gutcha Girl Sunflower Army. I'd say that somebody's into Gutcha, and I don't even know what Gutcha is. I see a lot of them on YouTube, and it's some sort of weird animation thing. I don't know if it's gaming or animation. Somebody tell me. Drop it in the chat for me. GG McCarthy Bros. So that could be a company or something. Sit Hirat Jita Ang Bangya. That's a mouthful from us Aussies. Mr. Clink. Just the Plushies. It might be a Plushies channel. I'm not sure. Biz CVTV. There's a lot of E's in there. Biz CVTV. And Oogity Boogity. Oogity Boogity. That's what you get in when you wake up in the middle of the night. You get the Oogity Boogities. There you go. Last 8 subscribers to my channel. So big applause and congratulations to all those. I haven't got a yay. I haven't got a yay button handy. You could have gone like, yay. Well, I don't have the handy. Oh, well. Let's head on back to the main screen now.
Grab a fresh cup of your favorite morning drop. Creator Breakfast continues.
Yes, it does. It continues. And the countdown to Nim and Live, 46.5 minutes, as you can see on the clock there. Let's jump back in. And Jacka says, I saw to Mr. Kling. Was it Mr. Clink? Oh, well, and there's a K there, and the next one there's the K. Look at that. Jacka's Crackers just subscribed as well. Emoji in chat for yay. Yay. Yeah, drop an emoji. Drop an emoji for the yay. All right, if you've got questions, make sure to drop them. This is the prime time to ask questions because we're free and clear. If you have a question, make sure to drop it. Welcome. All the way from India. Welcome to the stream. And I said welcome before, but I welcome you again. Okay. You said you just subbed. Let's check. Let's see if it's updated. Hasn't updated yet. Still got Speedbud on the top. I went back there. Wash hands. Ah. I like how the non-standard emojis just come through with the code rather than the real pictures. It's pretty nifty. But anyway, there we go. Let's get back to the main. Let's get back to the main page. Here we go. All right, questions. Make sure you drop them anytime. A bit quiet on the questions today. Last show, I think it was 2 weeks ago. We had questions that kept us going right up until Nim and Live, and we had to get out of here because Nick was starting his stream and we were still going. So, all right. Where am I from? I am from Australia. I'm here in Brisbane, Australia. It is just 10 past the hour of 10 p.m. on a Saturday night here. But it is Creator Breakfast because if you're in the right part of the world, it's breakfast somewhere. But we usually start around 8 a.m. Eastern in the US time. That's when we start, and we go for about an hour. And right before Nim and Live goes live on Nick Nimmer's channel every Saturday. At least Nick's more consistent than I am. I was MIA last week. Do apologise for not being live last week. Had a busy Saturday. All right, we're going to head right on into YouTube news, I think. Any suggestions for Fro's live stream when he streams tonight. I don't even know who Mr. Fro is. I'm assuming he's a gamer. Is this on Twitch or YouTube, or where's the stream taking place? And what type of stream is it? So then I could give some suggestions. Maybe he needs, if he's a gamer, maybe he wants me to suggest what game to play. Who's Nick, by the way? I've been to Brisbane. It's a great place. Don't get COVID. Yeah, we're a little better here, but we've had a couple of community outbreaks this week here, so we're sort of tentatively looking out for lockdown. Some of our states to the south of us are getting a bit of a reoccurrence, particularly Victoria here in Australia, down around Melbourne and the state of Victoria. They're doing pretty bad at the moment, so we've stopped all people from Victoria, the whole state of Victoria, plus the greater Sydney area around Sydney are not permitted into our state at the moment because of COVID, because they've had some outbreaks there. So we're trying to keep it at bay here in Queensland, which is the state that we're in here in Brisbane. But we've had some community transmissions just this week in around town, so we have to be vigilant, wear the masks, and stay socially distant. And who's Nick? Nick is Nick Nimmin. If I talk about Nick, I'm talking about Nick Nimmin. Nick Nimmin is this guy here. Right after the stream at 9 a.m. Eastern, Nick Nimmin will be live on his channel doing his live stream, which is basically answering your YouTube creator questions. And he'll go for a couple of hours. And I think this week might actually be his week where he's going to have some guests on as well. Coming to you live from all over the world, mind you. All over the world. All right, back to me. Let's back to the questions. We've got questions in the chat, so we'll come back. 1 million subscribers. That would be lovely, but I'm happy. I'm on my way to 5,000 subscribers, getting up in that direction. But 1 million, man, that'd be an explosion on my channel. I need to get more content out to make that happen. Okay, so this is who was it? It was Mistfro is playing Animal Crossing New Horizons while interacting with. They just need suggestions because I'm his best moderator. I don't know a lot about Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, all my kids have got it on their Switches. They got Switch lights, so I know what it is, but I haven't played it myself. I actually don't own a Switch, so they all have their own Switch lights. I reckon that I don't know enough about Animal Crossing to suggest what could happen there on that live stream. But I don't know, does he visit other islands possibly? I guess that's part of the gameplay. I know they're big on selling turnips or something. So that's about all I know about Animal Crossing. Although I have played the Animal Crossing that's on the Wii. They what's that one called? It's one of the other Animal Crossings on the Wii back in the day. And big shout out, Digital Tools of the Trade is here. He says, yes, Victorians cannot enter any state in Australia. Yeah, it's all locked down there at the moment. You're locked down and locked out. Got to stay safe. He's on at 9 p.m. Eastern, my Virginia time. So that's in about 12 hours from now. Speedbud, nice to meet you, Doug. I'll start watching your videos. Check mine out if you get a chance. I do mostly animal, wildlife, and nature. That's pretty cool. So if you're into animals, wildlife, and nature, go check out Speedbud. On the road 5K, absolutely. Do I know vidIQ? I know vidIQ. Yes, I know vidIQ. Actually, I know a couple of people who work for vidIQ. So a big shout out to Travis MCP, who you've probably seen on some of the vidIQ streams. He's a friend of mine, Travis. I've met Travis in person at Vid Summit last year. Given the resurgence of case of Victoria, Australia, Hong Kong, SAR and Japan, travellers entering Singapore after 19th of July Okay, yes. Stay-at-home order, yeah. 14 days. Yeah, anybody coming from Victoria or Greater Sydney or overseas into Queensland has to have mandatory 14-day hotel quarantine, which basically they put you in a hotel, but you have to pay for it. So if you come to Queensland from those places, you have mandatory quarantine for 14 days at your own expense in a hotel at hotel rates for 2 weeks. It's not a cheap proposition. There's no go home and stay inside business. It's like you have to stay in a hotel and not allowed out. So we're pretty serious about dealing with COVID here. All right. Got a YT update about community contributions being removed in September. That's my YouTube article we're going to be looking at shortly. Is that where community is able to give closed captions text translations to others' channels? That is correct. We're going to dive into the specifics on the article in just a second on that one. Super Dave USA. Good morning, Hewsonati. Hashtag Hewsonati. He lets everyone visit his island. Cool. I hear that's common. People visit people's islands, so. Is Niman and you are friends? Yeah, I'm friends with Nick and D Niman. I am one of Nick Niman's moderators on his channel as well when he live streams. So I go from here and then I go jump straight over and start moderating in the chat. Do I know anything about India? I have a good friend who is in India who stayed in my house for 3 months. I believe he's up near Bhopal, sort of New Delhi area, somewhere up that way. So, yeah, I haven't been to India. My boss at the company where I work, he had to spend some time in India for work, probably 10 years ago or so. Actually, while he was in India, I was in South Africa for work, so you know. But I haven't travelled to India for work. I've been to South Africa for work. I've been to the US. I've been to Fiji and the Philippines. I've been anywhere else? No, that's about it. Third highest rate between USA. Wow. Yeah. Big challenge down there. And like I got family in Victoria and I've got friends in Victoria, so it's one of those things. Hydro Lego Productions came from Nick Niman. Welcome to the stream, Hydro. I'm just going to say Hydro for short. So you must be a Lego channel. There's a lot of Lego channels out there doing good Lego builds and whatnot. Awesome. Could you ask Nick if I could be a mod for live stream? Yeah, Nick has some very specific rules of how he picks his moderators. He has to know them and trust them. So he has to actually get to know you before he'll appoint you as a moderator. So, yes. Super Dave has a question. What's your favourite place you visited? Of all my travels around the world, now I spent the most time probably in one stay. I spent about 5 months in South Africa. So in around the Durban area on the east coast of South Africa. So that was good. That was this time of year through winter, sort of May, June through to I think August, September. So it was sort of the cooler months, but it was still warm. Sort of similar climate than what we have here in Brisbane. So it was very comfortable. Nice part of the world, beautiful beaches. And then you can go up into the hills and go on like little safaris and stuff. So yeah. So I don't know if South Africa was my favourite place, but I spent most time there. And so it was it's a very eclectic mix of Western and African, and there's a big Indian population around Durban as well. So it was a very big mix of the African culture, Indian culture, and Western European culture. So it's a very multicultural place in that regard. And But I have been to the US and some great places in the US. I've been to Dallas in the US. I've been to Los Angeles. I've been to Las Vegas. We drove, one time we drove from Los Angeles out to Las Vegas and spent a few days out there. And I got to spend my birthday in Las Vegas one year. So that was fun, hanging out around Las Vegas and seeing some of the sights sort of on the strip and off the strip and out of town. So, spending time in that sort of desert sort of area, that's a little different to what we have here, because where I am is on the coast, so it's more lush. I can't say I've been in the outback of Australia, so it's sort of the closest for me. But I know the outback is very, very much different to, say, the deserts of the Mojave. So, yeah. I don't know if I can pick a place. That's a big question. David Warner was our favourite cricketer here. David Warner is, one of the great Australian cricketers. He's still playing after he's come back from his ban, I think, last year. He plays... I think he made it back to the Australian team, but he will never be able to sort of take a leadership role after his ban. So, but he's back playing cricket, IPL and Test cricket and different things. So it's good for David Warner. I'm not sure what they're doing with cricket coming up this summer, because our cricket season's in our summer, which is sort of through November through February. I think we're probably going to have a local Big Bash, which is 2020, and probably a few other things. I'm not sure how. I don't know what tests are scheduled and whether they're going to go ahead. Depends on COVID. All right. And we also have Aquil or Mr. Sweat. I'm sure it's Sweat, not Sweet. Super Dave says, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Yes, certainly. You've never been to LA or Vegas? Any famous personality in India? No. I've probably seen a handful of Bollywood movies, but that's about it. I don't know any famous people. I can't even remember I'm not that into cricket. I'm not up to speed with the current cricketers, apart from some of the Australians. So I'm a little bit rusty on even Indian cricketers at the moment. Back in the day when I was a bit younger, I was a little bit more into the cricket, so I would know some of the key players. But yeah, I'm a little behind the loop. I spend too much time working and doing YouTube these days. Alarms just went off. What are those alarms for? You mentioned the alarms earlier, Jacob. What are those alarms there in Singapore? What do they mean? Is it like a tsunami or something? Let me know. Manchester United will be playing today. Is the game cancelled? I'm not sure what's happening with. Are they playing in the UK? I really don't know what's happening with the Premier League and all the leagues, whatever leagues currently playing over there in the UK. Although summer, do they play soccer in summer? Do they play football? Football, let me say football for those who call it football. In America, they call it soccer. In Australia, we call it soccer because we have other codes of football. That's just to help differentiate it. So we call it soccer. We have Australian football. We have rugby league. We have rugby union. They're all types of football. Vandana Teller, why are you not replying to me? Please reply. I'm replying right now. Actually, I saw that one before I saw your hi, please shout out. Welcome to the stream. This is a shout out. No, I'm not in Singapore. Up in the chat, our friend Jake Crackers is in Singapore. So I'm not getting any alarms here in Brisbane. Well, I mean, I'm in Brisbane. We don't have alarms. If I heard an alarm, I wouldn't know what it was for. Do I know PUBG? PUBG. Player Unknown Battleground. Or is it Players Unknown? What are those? It's a game. It's a game. It's a Fortnite rip-off. Or did Fortnite rip them off? It's a bit... They're all the same. They're all shooting games. You know? Well, yeah. You know, I try my best. Yeah, we have 4 football codes in the US: Rugby League, Rugby Union, Soccer, and AFL. Go the AFL. Basically, all the AFL is based in Queensland now because they can't play in Victoria because of COVID. They can't play in Sydney because of COVID. And so most of the teams are up here doing their thing in Queensland. So we got to keep it real and keep the COVID at bay just so people can enjoy their sport. AVE Zoid or Ave Zoid it's dinner time there. It's dinner time where you are. Are you in India or thereabouts? I'm guessing just because of time zones. It's a dinner stream, breakfast stream. Hey, it's not breakfast for me either, but it's Creator Breakfast is the show. Not a lot of creator questions. We're getting questions about life and things going on. Philippines, close. It's an evening dinner here in the Philippines. I spent a few weeks in Manila back in 2000 and when was it? I can't remember what year it was. 2005, 2006, somewhere there. I was in South Africa about 2007, I think, or 2006. So it would have been before that. Yeah, it would have been 2005. I spent a few weeks in Manila. Actually, I was in Manila when they had a terrorist bombing, and it was a couple of blocks from our hotel. So that was fun. I remember that. And where are we? And the Originals is back. The Originals back. Now, we had that question just before from that was back up here. In the Garden and the Blessings asked about community contributions. So we're going to jump on over and look at that article right now. And I've got a little black circle there. I should be appearing in that circle. Why am I not there? There I am. I am back. I'm back in the circle. Okay, this is the article. This was announced this week on the Creator Insider channel. They talked about this. The headline is YouTube to shutter community captions feature, citing issues with spam, abuse, and little usage. This seems to be becoming a habit for YouTubers in the process of migrating things over to the new YouTube Studio and depreciating stuff that's in YouTube Classic. They're slowly bringing over little bits and pieces, and in the process, some things that are not highly used are being discontinued rather than brought over. So basically, they announced that beginning September 28, YouTube will no longer allow viewers to add subtitles to creator videos. Both creators and viewers have reported problems with community contributions feature, including spam, abuse, and low-quality submissions, Team YouTube wrote in a note about the shutdown. It added that the feature, which also lets users offer translated titles and video captions, is rarely used, citing internal data showing that fewer than 0.001% of channels have actually published community-contributed captions in the past month. Community contributions is one of the 3 ways YouTube videos can be captioned in the original languages and translated into others. The other ways include creators writing subtitles for their own videos themselves, or YouTube's auto captioning system, which is not exactly known for its stellar performance. Talking about the accuracy of auto captioning. Team YouTube said that these both of these methods, that's a typo, are more popular than community contributions. Has anybody out there used community contributions before or know what they are? If you have never heard of community contributions before, give me a a no in the chat. So just write NO, no, if you haven't heard of community contributions before. If you've heard of it before, write yes. Let's see how many no's and yeses we get in the chat. As they're coming in, we'll continue. I'm going to jump down here. Now, there's some concerns with this announcement. It says, The Verge pointed out that some deaf and hard of hearing YouTubers are protesting the platform's decision. Ricky Pointer, a deaf beauty vlogger turned activist who founded the hashtag No More CRAPtions or Craptions initiative for wider access to better subtitles across the web at large, tweeted her disapproval and said that she had met with YouTube to discuss the feature, apparently to no avail. Now, she's quoted as saying, unfortunately, if they didn't listen to me when we had our meeting and didn't listen to everyone telling them off in the comments months ago, I don't think they're listening now. So that's interesting. And hearing YouTubers, including Hank Green, have noted that YouTube isn't immediately offering a replacement feature. And Hank tweeted out, taking this feature away without any way of replacing the good with it is kind of inexcusable. That said, YouTube does seem to be attempting to mitigate things for creators who rely on community-provided captions. It has partnered with subtitling service amara.org to provide a free 6-month subscription to any creator who has published community contributions on or at least 3
Subscribe
videos.
to Doug Hewson YT for more tech for content creation.
I don't know how that happened. I didn't even press a button. Just the audio out of the blue there. Thank you. Thank you, Ecamm or Stream Deck, whoever pressed that button. Okay, so whoever published a community contribution at least 3 of their videos within the last 60 days. Eligible creators will see a notification pop up in the news card section of the YouTube studio in the coming weeks, YouTube said. It's also offering special pricing, though details have not yet been specified, for 3 or more subtitling services. 3Play, Media, Celio24, and Rev. Community contributions that have already been published will not go away and will stay accessible for editing, YouTube added. Any contributions that are currently pending approval, saved as drafts, will be available in Creators Content Managers until September 28. And then they'll disappear if you haven't turned them on. There is a possibility YouTube intends to release more captioning functions in the future. The company said that it's committed to improving accessibility and caption features, as well as introducing new and better tools for creators to reach the broadest possible audience. So yeah, a lot of unhappy creators about this one, although that being said, YouTube are right in saying the fact that not a lot of people are using it. But for those that do, it's obviously something that's important to them. We had something similar recently with the music policy page being removed from YouTube as well. Let me just transition back here. Back to me. When they removed the music policy tool about a month or so ago, 2 months ago, that was discontinued due to low patronage as well. But people who used it, it was something that they found really useful because it told them if they were to use a song in advance, whether they'd get a copyright claim or a copyright strike, or whether it may even be free to use. So it was a useful tool, but not a lot of people knew about it or used it. So that's interesting. Let's see look at the yeses and nos in the chat right now. Okay. Now I'm looking further down. I can see there's a lot of no's. So not a lot of people... See, that's the thing. Not a lot of people are aware of the tools. So therefore, because they're not aware, then the tools get low patronage. And then when they get low patronage, YouTube saying it's not really worth our while keeping that around because we have to maintain it, but nobody's really using it. Now, if they had a lot of people using it, they would say, yeah, okay, well it's worth us maintaining that feature. And I think the same goes for that music policy tool. The same goes for this community captions. I believe I have it turned on my channel, and I think I've got some pending. The biggest issue for me is I look at a foreign language caption. I've got no way of verifying, because I don't speak the language. I've got no way of verifying that it's accurate. So that's the dilemma for creators who want to use it. Is if somebody submits something in, say, well, any language. I speak English, so anything other than English. If I don't say they do an Italian subtitle, I don't understand Italian, so I don't know if they're accurately translating my video from English to Italian, or whether they're saying something in Italian that's derogatory. How do I know? How do I tell? I don't know. So that's the biggest issue I see with community captions. Otherwise, it's a great idea. In theory, having people in your community actually translate to other languages for you, so you don't have to pay for it, because captioning and then translation on top of that is very expensive. I'm gonna hit back up the chat. Let's get caught up. And a big shout out to Wendell Live for joining the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hydro Lego says, am I using Streamlabs? I know I am using Ecamm Live, and I'll drop that in the chat just so you want to check out what Ecamm Live's all about. I've just dropped that in the chat. Ecamm Live is a Mac-based live streaming tool. Just to give you a short answer, because I am streaming from a Mac. The original said, I have a question. Is D coming to the live stream? I'm not sure if he's joining Nick's stream. He's probably not coming to my stream. But I think you mean Nick's stream. He might be joining Nick's stream. I'm not sure. Sometimes he comes in at the end or in the middle, or sometimes he's asleep because he's in Mexico. It's early in his day, and he goes to bed late, so he probably sleeps in a little bit. Hey, Race863, welcome to the channel, and thank you for subscribing. I see you say you just subbed. I take your word for that. Adam is here. Good day. I had the car repaired. Very, very astute. No, it's still sitting in the driveway, broken. I'm probably more likely looking at getting a new car. I'm due to upgrade, I think. I think I'm due for an upgrade. So, I think I might go car shopping soon. Let me scroll down. There's all the no's. So, a lot of people, no. See, there's no, didn't hear about no. Hydro captions. I think a lot of people know about captioning and auto captioning, but they don't know about the community provider contributions where people can translate into foreign channels. That was probably when we had that random jingle play there. Yeah, I'm like, where did that come from? Because I'm only touching my mouse and moving the web page. I didn't activate anything. 28th of September, that's when they're cutting off community captions. That's your 16th birthday. Well, happy birthday in advance. Nintendo. You ask questions by putting them in the chat. That's easy as that. Easy as that. Yeah, just in the chat. Smash the smash button, as Professor Nez says. Hello, DJ Patel from India. Thank you very much. Hashtag YouTube doesn't like YouTubers. I don't think they mean it personally. And you probably, if you can put two and two together, you keep up with YouTube news, what you might realise is beginning of the year or the end of last year, when they updated their terms of service, there was a lot of talk about one of the clauses that they updated, which was that which people took as, oh, they can terminate your channel. It was actually talking about this, that at any time, if a feature is rarely used and it's not financially viable, which means they can't keep the upkeep on it, that they will discontinue that service. And that's what they're doing with community captions. That's what they did with the music policy tool. And that's probably what they're going to do with some other things as well. So if something's not viable for them, they'll just discontinue that part of YouTube. So if you want something in YouTube to be used, make sure everybody knows about it and use it yourself. How do I promote videos? I feel I'm making quality videos, but nobody's seeing them. First thing you want to do is make sure that your videos are getting discovered in YouTube. Basically, you're going to get most of your views at any time from within YouTube. You might get some external traffic as well if you share it somewhere, depending on what niche you're in, whether it's in a gaming niche, in like a Discord, or in a group somewhere that you might share it. But really, most of your traffic is going to come from within YouTube. And that's people finding you via search, people finding you because YouTube suggested it to them in their homepage feed, or in the suggested down the side of people's videos. And YouTube selects videos to suggest to people based on what the viewer is interested in, what the viewer is proven that they're interested in watching. So they're only going to show your videos to people who are more likely to be into your videos. So what you want to do is let YouTube know what your video is about. Now, they figure most of that stuff out themselves automatically because they scan your video. They do the auto caption, so they already know what you say. They scan it visually. They get an idea of what's in your video. So YouTube knows. So it's just a matter of giving them a bit of a helping hand with relevant
Subscribe
tags.
to Doug Hewson YT for more tech for content creation.
That's where the audio is coming from. Children of Love International just subscribed to my channel. I set up on Streamlabs when I was doing some updating in the last week or two. I changed the audio to one of my...
Subscribe to Doug
There it
Hewson
is.
YT for more tech for content creation.
So every time somebody subscribes, we're going to get that audio coming through with the widget from Streamlabs. That's where it came from. Somebody, well, I was in that article earlier, somebody subscribed. And they're just coming through. So people are dropping subscribes. So I wonder if I could change that audio level. Actually, I'll probably turn it down if I log into Streamlabs.
Subscribe to Doug Hewson YT
Thanks,
for
guys.
more tech for content creation.
People are dropping the subs. Setting it off. I need to turn that audio down. That's an after stream job. I need to log into Streamlabs. Now, where was I? I was talking about this question. And we wondered where it came from. There we go. How do I promote videos? So yeah, well, we're getting to the tags. Relevant tags. Don't spend too much time on it, but you can use tools to help you like TubeBuddy, Morning Fame. And with that, the title of the video is important. You want to lead with something that's a bit searchable, but you also want to include in the title something that's compelling, that'll actually make people want to click. And the thumbnail. The thumbnail is important to win the click. When they do see your video in the feed, you want a thumbnail that is appealing and draws people in. It gets them intrigued, gets them wondering what's going on. It clearly tells them what the video is about, so they're not like clickbaited. All those things in combination will help your videos get discovered more. That's a big overview. You could dive in deep talking about topics for days. Michael's here. Welcome to stream. YouTube never had a Klingon translator. That's why no one used it. Translate batleth into English. That's the only Klingon word I remember is batleth, which is the sword thing. Well, we know why. We know it's not Ecamm playing it randomly. We know what it is. Sorcerer's in the house. Welcome to the stream. What car is it? My current car is a Mazda Tribute, and it's not working. Danny's here. I just thought I'd mention your countdown doesn't match Nick's, I assume, to give people time to get over. Exactly. This is set for... This is to help me that when I hit 0, I must start to get off because Nick will be starting within about... I think I have mine set 5 minutes before he starts. But you know Nick, he sometimes goes early. That's one way of doing it. Although Streamlabs OBS is now on Mac as well. And you can also use regular OBS on Mac. But Ecamm is Mac exclusive. The chat is way behind. Or what you're seeing is different to what I'm seeing. I'm trying to scroll through and keep up with the questions, so I'm a little bit back in the chat. Hydro's from Ireland. Ireland is a lovely place. Oh, I'm good. I got some background music playing, so I was trying to make sure the levels were right on that as well. Visuals giving some things here. James Games. G'day. He's Australian. A dinosaur gamer. James Games. You might know my friend, my personal friend, Beanie Draws. He draws dinosaurs. He's also a gamer, but he doesn't game on that channel. But he has a channel called Beanie Draws where he draws dinosaurs. Anything he draws is dinosaur related on his channel. Yes. Dinosaur gamer. Nice. If I put a moderator in timeout, I time the moderator taken away. What I know about YouTube is that moderators can't moderate moderators. So if you're a moderator and another moderator is annoying you, want to time them out, you can't. It'll say you can't time out a moderator. Taper John is in the house. How's it going? Good to see you here. Yeah, James Games knows what's going on. When I do a live vid, will you be a mod, please? If I happen to be available and I come to your stream, I'll happy to moderate for you. Absolutely. You can pre-add me in your back end of your channel if you want. But yeah, you have to let me know when you're going live sometimes so I can at least see if it's when I'm awake or not working or something. A lot of people in the US go live during the week in their evening, and I'm at work because it's my daytime, and so I can't always jump on live streams, unfortunately. Or I'm asleep. That's the other thing. I could be asleep. Time zones are lovely things. In the Garden of Blessing. Doug is a mod for hire. I should start hiring out my services. Maybe that's one way to extra monetize my channel. That's one way of doing it. Well, we got six minutes before we need to wrap things up before Nimmin Live. You know, I haven't even checked to see if Nick's scheduled his Nimmin Live. I'm assuming he has from that earlier comment. Nayan RBLX, which I assume is short for Roblox, says read the chat. I'm reading chat. I read the chat pretty constantly on my stream. Very constantly indeed. Yeah, the owner can take control. The owner has uber powers when it comes to live streams. Got my sledgehammer out. Yeah, I'm going to start warming up my sledgehammer for Nimmin Live very soon. I don't have it handy. Oh. All right, any last minute questions? We've got 5 minutes left before we wrap things up. We covered the one news story for YouTube today, community contributions. Now, the interesting thing about community contributions, if we go back to that real quick. I'm just going to quickly look. I just want to show you in the back end of YouTube. I think I have some. People have submitted, but I've never, you never get alerted that people have submitted community contributions. If you go into your dashboard, I'm going to share this on the screen real quick. All right, this is my dashboard. And again, my camera's not showing. There we go. Okay, if you go to your dashboard and go to the subtitles section from the left-hand menu, and then you see all your videos listed, you can see it says languages here. If I click on that, that's a live stream from a couple of weeks ago. It says I've got 2 languages on there. Some of these... let me keep going. I'm going to show you one where There's some community contributions. I know they're live stream. I don't know why live streams always show up too. Need to find one that's a live stream. Probably have to go back a little bit in the channel. Let's check this one. No, that's just 2 English ones. I thought I saw some on my channel. But you can actually see... Oh, they're all live streams. All the live streams, even the unlisted ones, have got... That was a live stream, yeah. Trying to find one that's actually got community contributions on it. This is an interesting one. This is a video I did for the old Niminati Discord channel about a live call-in show and how it works. And somebody did a translation in Italian. And interestingly, it's been published, which I don't remember publishing. Oh, it's automatic. That's odd. That's really odd, isn't it? You know what? English and English automatic. I'm not seeing any. I thought I had some on my channel. I can't see any community contributions. They're all just live streams. They're all just live streams. I'm not sure why live streams end up with 2 sets of captions. Oh, here we go. 6. Look at this. Here we go. This is perfect. This is what I want to show you. This is community captions. All the Indonesian, Persian, Portuguese, and Tamil. Somebody has submitted these for this one video about YouTube generated subtitles. Somebody's translated it into all these languages. And I can click add to add each of these to the video, and then they become available for people to have those subtitles come up in their own language while I'm speaking. So that's interesting. Now if I click add, that's the upload file. That's not right. That's not supposed to be there. In review. I'll click on that. Oh, there we go. Here's this one. It's in Persian, English to Persian. Somebody's gone around and put the Persian script in there. And all I have to do is say, if I'm happy with it, I just have to click publish like that, which I just clicked. And that is now the Persian version is on that video. So anybody who speaks the Persian language can have the subtitles pop up while they're watching my video. So that's that's sort of basically the gist of community captions. Let's get back to the live part of the show. And I've probably lost everybody in the chat. And Jakers was spamming while I was doing that. Hey, Doug, could you please tell the name of Nick's channel? His name is Nick Nimmin. Let me drop the link that I think works, which I can't remember. I always say this every week, and I never check it afterwards to make sure. But I'm dropping a link to what will be Nick Nimmin's, hopefully, channel. If it doesn't go directly to the live stream, you'll be able to find his channel and then head on over to the live stream. So, Jakers, yeah, don't spam next time. I don't have it. If I had moderators in here, that'd be moderating that real quick. And look at that, 5 minutes to when I'm about to wrap up. Nick Nimmin just went live, so we're going to wrap things up here. So let me have a quick shout out. Insane McLean is just coming in, no flagging chat. It is Nick Nimmin. Very good. And if you want to check that out, if you follow that link, if that link doesn't work, just drop the live part off. It'll take you to his channel. I'll meet you over there in the chat. And I want to thank you all for joining my channel, and my background music's just run out. So This is Doug, and I'll catch you later. And